All right, let's jump right in. We've got some news today from the world of software engineering, and honestly, it's a big one. This could be a development that completely changes how we think about building, well, everything.
Okay, so what you're seeing here is just a number, 0. But believe me, this might be the single most important number you see in tech this year. Why? Because that's the number of lines of code that a human being wrote to build this, a massive 1 million line software product. We're talking the whole shebang. Tests, docs, infrastructure, you name it. And this isn't some toy project. It's a real product with hundreds of actual users right now. And again, 0 lines of it were typed out by a person. And this chart, wow, it just hammers home the insane speed we're talking about. The team behind this estimates they did the whole thing in, get this, 1/10 of the time it would have taken a normal team of engineers. That's not just a little faster, it's a complete game changer. So the big question is, what does this do to the job of being an engineer?
Well, it's pretty clear that when the AI takes over the keyboard, the human's role has to change, right? You're not sitting there cranking out code line by line anymore. Your job becomes something else entirely, something bigger.
This right here sums it up perfectly. Humans steer, agents execute. Think about it. The human is the captain, charting the course, saying, this is where we need to go. The AI agent is the engine room, handling all the complex, nitty-gritty details to make it happen. It's a partnership for sure, but the roles are crystal clear.
So let's break that down. On the left, you've got your traditional engineer, head down deep in the code, squashing bugs. But on the right, that's the new agent-first engineer. They're working at like a 30,000-foot view. They're not writing code, they're designing the whole system, defining the goals, and building the guardrails for the AI. It's a total shift from building the car to building the entire assembly line.
Okay, so you've got this supercoder AI, but, and this is a big but, you can't just throw a to-do list at it and walk away. The team learned this lesson the hard way. It turns out you can't just tell the agent what to do, you have to teach it how to learn about the project on its own.
And this was the big aha moment. Just dumping a mountain of information on the AI is a recipe for disaster. It doesn't need an encyclopedia, it needs a map, a guide to help it find its own way through all the complexity.
So, what did they try first? Exactly what you or I will probably do. They made this one gigantic file, a huge instruction manual, and stuffed it with every single rule, every decision, every little detail they could think of. And it was a total flop. I mean, it failed spectacularly.
And the reasons it failed are super interesting. First, the manual got so big it actually overshadowed the real task. All that guidance just turned into noise, like trying to get directions from 100 people at once. Plus, it was out of date the second they wrote it. Just a graveyard of stale rules, as they called it. And you couldn't even tell if the AI was paying attention to the right section anyway.
So they went back to the drawing board. And instead of that giant, messy encyclopedia, they created a simple table of contents. Just one main file that acts like a map, pointing the AI to exactly the right, bite-sized document it needs for any given task.
The fancy term for this is progressive disclosure. It's pretty straightforward, really. The agent starts with one small file. That file points it to another, more specific file. And that one points it to the exact piece of information it needs, and nothing else. This way, it gets all the context it needs without getting totally swamped. Way, way more effective. Right. So once you nail this teaching method, you unleash the AI's superpower, its unbelievable speed. But having an AI that cranks out code faster than a whole team of humans, well, that's a whole new ballgame. It creates some pretty unique problems and some amazing opportunities.
And this is where your brain has to do a little flip. In the old world, making a mistake was expensive, so you'd spend ages trying to get everything perfect up front. But now, the AI can fix a mistake so fast that it's actually more expensive to wait. The new rule is just go. Move fast and trust the agent to clean up any messes along the way.
Of course, when you move that fast, you're going to make a bit of a mess. The team even has a name for it, AI slop. So what's the fix? Automated garbage collection. They literally have other AI agents running in the background 24/7, just scanning for messy code and cleaning it up automatically. It's like a robotic cleaning crew that makes sure technical debt never even has a chance to build up. And when you put all this together, the knowledge map, the speed, the automated cleanup, you get something pretty incredible. Check this out. With just a single prompt, the agent can do this whole chain of events by itself. It finds a bug, writes a fix, tests the fix by actually using the app, opens a pull request, handles the feedback, and merges the code. That is full end-to-end autonomy. It's wild.
So, where do we go from here? It really feels like we're stepping into a whole new world for software, one where the old playbook is basically useless and the challenges ahead are brand new.
I think if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. The focus of software engineering is changing. It's not about the code anymore. The truly difficult and valuable work is in building the scaffolding around the code, the tools, the systems, the feedback loops that let the AI do its magic.
And the team behind this says the same thing. Their biggest challenges now aren't about coding. They're about systems design. You have to be an architect, a city planner, a conductor for an orchestra of AI agents. The key skill isn't writing the notes anymore. It's orchestrating the whole symphony. And that leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. If code basically becomes free, if an AI can generate limitless amounts of it instantly, what's the new bottleneck? What's the new rare resource that holds back innovation? That right there is the big puzzle we all have to start solving.